All right, guys, so I'm here by the Series 60 Detroit, and over here we got a DD. But one of the things that you might have happen on one of these engines is the potential that maybe the DPF regen isn't quite working correctly, or the EGR system is not doing what it's supposed to do. And one of the devices that's built into these to help those things do their job is an intake throttle valve. Very different than the intake throttle valve on a gasoline engine, as this guy has very different responsibilities than those guys do. But it could potentially be the reason why combustion temps aren't getting hotter, why the EGR valve is struggling to mix. Things like that are all related to the airflow that this valve allows or doesn't allow. And so one of the things you can do is we have Detroit Diesel Diagnostic link hooked up to it. And you can see on Diagnostic link right now, I'm in the fault codes menu, and you can see that this is a training aid that has all kinds of issues wrong with it. And we like it that way because it gives our students stuff to, click on this, go to the troubleshooting chart, things like that. So for those of you not familiar with Detroit Diesel Diagnostic link, you can do things on this link. Like I can click on this fault code and see all kinds of information about it. But what's really nice is if you look down here in the corner, you got a link right here that says traditional troubleshooting, fault code troubleshooting. You click on that and it takes you to the actual troubleshooting fault tree for that specific code for you to follow and find the things and tests that you can do to figure out why that code is being thrown. So that is really cool. The other thing I'll point out while I got Diagnostic link up is that if you click up here on the actions menu, you can see that you got a lot of different choices here of different stuff. You can go into after treatment, and that's going to open up some stuff you can do with the after treatment. You can go to fleet management, and there's stuff you can do in there as a fleet. Relative compression test, injector code, so if you replace the injectors, you can reset those, turbo actuator test, all kinds of neat stuff you can do in the actions menu. But then what we're looking at though is we would want to, for that throttle valve, if I was going to test it using this software, I would come over here to service routines. You click on service routines and it's going to default to this screen right here, at least for us. I think you can adjust this to how you want it. But up here at the top, you got cylinder cutout test that can be done automatically by the computer, cylinder cutout manual where you're in control of cutting the cylinders out. The one that we're open to immediately right here is the DPF menu. So it's giving you all the temperatures and variables that are important during regen. But the one we want is right here, intake throttle valve. So if I click on the intake throttle valve, it's going to come up blanks, zeros, right? And if I look right here, I got the start, and then these are kind of grayed out. So if I click on start, then it gives me the option. So right now, this intake throttle valve is at full closed position. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell it to open, and it opens at 10%. Here is the actual value of how much it really opened. I want that value to be as close to what I commanded it to as possible. 10.1 is pretty darn good, right? So now I'm going to go up to 20. 20.3, still nothing that I'm super concerned about. 30, oh, right on the money, right? And you would want to do this all the way up to 100% in the fully open position. And then what you could do is you could go to the minus sign and work your way back down. And then what you're wanting to do with this is, are you close to that commanded percentage? If it's just a tenth, 2 tenths, 3 tenths, if I put it at 20 and it's 19.5 or higher or 20.5 and lower, I'm not too worried about those figures. That's really close to the 20% I commanded it at. But if I commanded it to 20 and it showed me a 32 up here, that's a concern, right? If it showed a 8 and I opened it to 20, that's a concern. So this is a quick way to see if there's any kind of binding or sticking or anything going wrong physically with that intake throttle valve. Another test you can do on here is the idle speed balance. I'm not going to run the test because I would have to start the engine. You guys wouldn't be able to hear me, but you can see the results that are still on the screen from the last time my students ran this test. And the idle speed balance test is a fuel percentage that's being added or subtracted from each cylinder in order to kind of compensate and level the load out for the cylinders to give you a smooth running engine. And so we can see here that it didn't make any changes to cylinder 1. It deducted 10% of the fuel load from cylinder 2, 7% from cylinder 3, 18% from cylinder 4. It added 27% on cylinder 5 and added 6% on cylinder number 6. None of these numbers are ones that would cause me huge concern because Detroit says that numbers below 40, below a negative or above a negative 40, below a positive 40, numbers within that 40 range are normal for sometimes different times of compensation, I guess you would say. And the other thing that is kind of tricky that I have to kind of explain to my students sometimes is, let's say that I did see a huge number here on cylinder number 3. And on cylinder number 3, let's say that it said that this was 60%. That's way above that 40 that we were talking about. We would get concerned about that number, but cylinder number 3 doesn't necessarily have to be the one that's having the issue. If cylinder number 3 is getting positive 60% compensation fuel, you look at the firing order, 153624. The cylinder that comes before 3 is cylinder number 5. That cylinder may be the one that has the issue that's causing the huge compensation on cylinder number 3. But if I continue along that line, 153624, cylinder number 6 comes after cylinder number 3, and maybe it's having an issue that the computer is overfueling this cylinder to compensate for. So you really can't identify that that number is necessarily always a problem with that specific cylinder. It could be related to the other cylinders. So this test alone isn't going to necessarily solve an issue for you, but at least point you in the ballpark of maybe doing compression tests and other things after that to find out more details about the other cylinders. So this was just a quick view of Detroit Diesel Diagnostic Link, a look at the intake throttle valve test and some of the options that are available. This thing also has parameters where you can go in and kind of get an idea of what different things are set at, like road speed, PTO settings, cruise control settings, a lot of that general stuff that's in there. So if you have any specific questions about Detroit Diesel Diagnostic Link, make sure you ask me. I'm sorry about the poor film quality on here, but I don't have access to record straight from this computer, and I'm having to use my phone to record another screen, and we know that phone recording a screen isn't always the best picture. But I hope it got the point across and helped you guys understand how to navigate this a little bit better. So let me know if you guys have any questions about this and need me to go into any more details. Thank you.